The playoffs have finally gotten through round one about a week ago. If you guys are enjoying the playoffs, let me know who's your favorite player in the playoffs so far. I'm Jambalay, and today we're going to be talking about my second round predictions, so let's get into it. Right now, I don't know how the Phoenix Suns can beat the Denver Nuggets. If you guys have been watching the games, these games have been horrible defensively. And right now, Kevin Durant and Devin Booker are playing crazy minutes. They lost Chris Paul and I think in game 2, and this is just a bad series for the Phoenix Suns. They have a horrible matchup, and I just don't see them winning this series and even winning the finals in general. They lost Chris Paul, one of their best point guards, and literally the best point guard that they have on the team, one of the best point guards in the Western Conference. He has had 52 assists in the last 2 rounds, which is the 7th highest out of all players in the playoffs, and was averaging 7 assists. I do know that his defense has fallen off and his scoring, but the Suns are going to need him to at least facilitate, because without Chris Paul, Devin Booker and Kevin Durant have been trying to facilitate and have the ball way too much in their hands, and it's tiring them out and gassing them out. This is evident because the Nuggets literally forced KD to average 30 points on 44% from the field and 20% from 3. Kevin Durant has not been playing good this series just because how the defenses have been going and blitzing him and just trying to throw him off, because they know that Kevin Durant and Devin Booker are the two best players on the team. They're not worried about DeAndre Ayton. What is he going to do? They're not worried about Torrey Craig or TJ Warren. Just worried about Kevin Durant and D Book, and it's just bad. Devin Booker has been killing the defense though. He's been averaging 36 points on 60% from the field and 53% from 3, but this is just bad for both players because they're playing extremely high minutes. They have the highest minutes per game at 43 minutes for both of them. That's not good for KD because they're wasting his energy, and he's literally turning 35 this September, and this is just bad. He might even aggravate an injury. I'm not praying for that to happen, but if this is how they're going to be playing against the Denver Nuggets, I just don't know how they can win this series. Their bench depth is a crucial problem to this series. The Suns have 53 bench points compared to Denver's 57. That is a small margin, yes, but that's because the Nuggets have been playing Jamal and MPJ a lot when Jokic is off to make sure that they are in the game and not falling behind. When the big three are both out, the bench is way better than Phoenix, and for that I have the Nuggets in 6. I do expect the Nuggets at least take game 4 probably, and if they don't, they're going to probably win 1 game at home and probably close it out on the road. But man, this series is just so bad for the Suns. I feel bad for them, but at least they just need 1 more year to gel and probably make another finals run in 2024. But this is the Nuggets year, I believe, and they're just going to have to lose to Jokic. Now we're going to do the Lakers versus Warriors. I've been enjoying this series as much as you all. The hell is between Braun, Steph, Austin Reeves, Jordan Poole, Dre, and AD. It's so entertaining, but I have to give out the stats and make a prediction because this is how my YouTube channel has been so far. This series will depend on AD. I'm telling you, this series will depend on Anthony Davis to stay consistent. The Lakers took game 1 because he was crashing the glass and easily defending the paint. When the Warriors had Kevon Looney out on the perimeter, AD did not have to guard Kevon Looney or Draymond Green. That's why he could just sag off in the paint and get those rebounds. But in game 2, the Warriors rebounded when Steve Kerr put JaMychal Green instead of Looney. That forced LeBron and AD to get out onto the perimeter and have to guard the 3. And when Steph Curry was a primary ball handler and getting those screens from Draymond, he could just pass to Draymond, Draymond could pass to the open 3 because LeBron or any other defender on the wing cannot help them. This is the problem that they have. JaMychal Green probably is the X factor. I believe Steve Kerr might actually start Green in game 3 over Looney. This is just crazy. I don't know how AD will be able to stop this unless if he stops hedging, because he's been hard hedging. The Lakers have been hard hedging Steph Curry screens with Vanderbilt and AD, but he's gonna have to just get up on them every time. They're just gonna have to switch. Vanderbilt is a great defender, but he just lacks offense. He's only had 2 points. I think he went 2 for 7 in those 2 games, so it is just not good at all. I just don't believe how the Lakers can actually win this series without adjusting their defense. Darvin Ham is gonna have to go deep into their bench. I believe that if the Lakers could switch out Mo Bamba for those minutes when AD's out, he could stretch the floor because Mo Bamba can shoot. They're gonna need to have to bring out at least Malik Beasley or Laurie Walker, because the Lakers are not a good 3-point shooting team. In game 2, they were forced into playing the Warriors game into forcing and chucking 3s, and that's a big problem because they do not have great spacing right now in their starting 5. They may have Austin Reeves and D'Lo, but D'Lo and Austin Reeves are not as consistent as the bench at 3-point shooting just because they take very hard shots. I believe that the Warriors may out-edge the Lakers in 7 just because of Steve Kerr's brilliant coaching and brilliant defense, but the Lakers will adjust though. The Lakers have one of the best defenses since the trade deadline, and the Warriors have been awful on the road. I don't expect the Warriors to win on the road. Maybe they can win game 3 or game 4, but the Lakers will really rally against them just because their offense is really great when the pick and roll. I do believe that LeBron will do some crazy fanatics just to will the Lakers if AD did not show up. So I can say the Lakers in 7 or the Warriors in 7. I would not give an official prediction for this because I know this series can go either way. This will be a very hard, tough series, and I just believe that it's too hard of a series for me to make a prediction. But if y'all really want a prediction, I'll say Lakers in 7 or Warriors in 7. It can go either way, and either way I'll be satisfied because I know that these teams have been playing very hard against each other, so I will not even complain about that. The Knicks vs Heat series is very interesting to me because I wouldn't have expected both teams to play, but here we are. As of this recording, they're losing by 20 points in game 3 and Jimmy has 24 points. I do expect the Heat to win this one in 6, but just because of their playoff experience only. Both teams are evenly matched, I would say. They're tied 3rd in both defense and offense in playoffs, and they're very deep teams. But I'm saying the Heat in 6 just because I can't trust Julius Randle or RJ Barrett. They are very inconsistent players, and Bresson has been the best player in the playoffs for them, and Josh Hart has been the second best. Like, you cannot have Josh Hart as the second best player above Julius Randle and RJ Barrett. And he have such a great defense to throw the Knicks off of the perimeter, and a great coach Spo. Plus, the Knicks are not a great 3-point shooting team, so I do not want to see the Knicks shooting crazy threes because they're just not a good 3-point shooting team. And nobody can stop Jimmy Butler either. The Heat have just been guns a-blazing from 3. Like, I did not even expect this. In my run prediction, I said the Heat would lose in 5 just because their offense was just abysmal. But they just flipped the switch and beat Giannis. Got like Jimmy Butler shooting like 52% from 3 or something like that. Some crazy numbers. They have had like the best offense this entire playoffs. So it's just really crazy for me to say this, but yeah, I do have the Heat in 6. I didn't even expect them to be here right now. Their offense has just been crazy, guys. And it's not even an exaggeration because you guys would see how they went from the worst offense in the league in the regular season to the best offense in the playoffs. So because of that only, I got the Heat in 6. But I do expect close games back in New York once they leave Miami. But yeah, I'm sorry Knicks fans, but I got the Heat in 6. I don't even want to take too much time into this series, but man, the Celtics versus Philly series is just one of those series where you know that the Philadelphia 76ers are just going to lose because the Celtics have the number every single year. As of May 6th, the Celtics are up 2-1 on the Sixers. They played in Philly last night, and I didn't even know what team I was watching. Like, Philly was just a whole shell of themselves. They were not even able to take a lead. I just feel like every year the Celtics go against Philly, they have their number. It does not matter if you have James Harden or Ben Simmons, they just have their number. Ever since game 1, when Harden scored 45 points and won the game by that 3-point shot over Al Horford, Harden has only had 28 points in total. He's 5 from 28 from the field, 2 for 13 from 3. He literally passed up a layup like Ben Simmons. Like, that is just horrible. You can say this is because of Boston's great defense, but that's inexcusable because Joel Embiid came back after the MVP ceremony and dropped 25 points. I don't know the efficiency, but he had 25 points, okay? So yeah, the Sixers just have no great defense to stop Tatum and Brown. I don't even know why they even brought, PJ Tucker to the Sixers because they cannot just stop Tatum and Brown. Doesn't matter what version of the Sixers team is. Like, I know that the Sixers are a little bit smaller than the Celtics, but they have grit and talent to at least match up with them evenly, but it just feels like every single year they just don't. Like, it's just bad. The Sixers cannot stop this team. Horford, Malcolm Brogdon, Tatum, Brown, and Derek White just tore up the defense and just hit swarming threes every single time. I swear to God, if I see the Sixers play another 3-2 defense on the Celtics, I'm just gonna lose my mind because it does not work every single time. Dog, you need to switch it up, man. I don't know what's wrong with you, but stop doing that stupid zone against the Celtics. It does not work. They're a 3-point shooting team. Why are they doing this? I expect Philly to win game 4 and tied up, but because of this matchup, I'm mad because I know they're not going to advance. I love Joel Embiid. He's my African brother, but it's just sad because I just know they're not going to win. The Celtics team is just way better across the board. What's his name? Robert Williams and Al Horford are one of the best defensive backcourts I've ever seen in the defensive frontcourts I've ever seen in a long time. They're probably one of the best in this year, specifically because they just swat and alter shots so much. It's like this, like the Sixers are scared to even go into the paint. I'm just very disappointed because the way the Sixers have a mental shell because the Celtics just play with them mentally. It's very sad for me to say, but I just got the Celtics in 6. Maybe Philadelphia can push it to 7, but that's gonna be rare because on the road the Sixers are just not as good. I mean, on the road in Boston, the Sixers are just not as good. I feel bad, but I don't really think there's gonna be another winning year for Philadelphia. So I really hope something can happen, but I'm just really disappointed. If y'all like this video, I have another one next week. I was out last week because I was studying for my AP exam, so I hope y'all like this video. I'll see y'all next week. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you like more videos like this, just tell me, give me some of your predictions in the comments. I'll look at it and review, comment. So yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.